Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cheap Comic Collector Presents. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the 14th episode of the Batman serial from 1943. So, only one more chapter to go after this one as things wrap up. So, the background behind me that you can see, I'm using kind of a green screen effect, is actually a lithograph by Dick Sprang. It was created in 1995, and it's pretty cool. You can't see the whole thing on this picture. Let me step out of the way. You've got, oh no, you can see my chair. There we go. You can see there's actually more detail below what you can see in this photo. But very cool stuff that Dick Sprang did in 1995. All the elements that you see are taken, from old stories, from the Batman comics. So none of this was made up. Everything is from something. But this was basically a poster that he did for DC in 1995. So pretty cool. Wanted to show that off a little bit after I found it. And but today, one of the things I wanted to talk about before we get into the serial is I wanted to take a look at some early Batman merchandise. I was trying to find examples of early Batman merchandise. Of course, we know, Bat merch was everywhere during the 1960s TV show, but what was the earliest piece of Batman merchandise? That was my question. And I couldn't really find an answer at first. I asked Google and told me incorrectly that there was a pinback button. But the earliest pinback button I can find is from the 1960s. And it said there was a board after that, there was a board game and stuff. And again, all of that was from the 1960s. So it assumed, when I asked the question, excuse me, it assumed that I was talking about the Batman TV show, I guess. But of course, Batman was created much earlier. And this serial was out in 1943. It was like, well, there must be some merch other than, the movie poster and the lobby cards. That's not really considered merchandise. But of course, back then, comic book characters, not cartoon stars, not Western stars, not like characters from the comic strips, but comic characters that were created in comic books. They did not have the licensing bonanza that other characters did. Like, Western stars were everywhere in merchandise. Cartoon stars were everywhere in merchandise. But not so much comic book characters. So Superman did have a little bit, much more than Batman did. But I can only find 3 examples from the time period that we're talking about in the 1940s, and nothing really after that, other than maybe a Christmas card or something. And much of that was shared with Superman until the 1960s. So he didn't really become the licensing bonanza that he is today until the TV show. But I did find some things. So we'll take a look at that. And that's not what I wanted to start with. I want to start with this. This is a Batman mask. It's a paper mask. You can see even the holes there for the string to be attached once it was cut out. And there's a couple different versions of this mask. It appears to be we'll get to that in a second. But it was made as a premium for a newspaper by a newspaper publisher because of the serial. So if we go to the next one, you'll see there's a second version Same thing, except it's imprinted with the name of the theater where the Batman movie serial was going to start. And looks like it was playing every Monday. And then this is the other side. This would be the inside of the mask, where they're actually advertising the comic strip that appeared in the Philadelphia Record daily and Sunday. Batman and Robin. The Batman comic strip started in October 25th, 1943. So banner year for Batman. Not only did he get the comic strip, and the movie serial as well. And then there was also another premium, which is the Bat Plane. This one looks like it's imprinted with the name of a drugstore. And these pictures are all from Hake's auction website. They've produced books over the years. I have the fourth edition of their official price guide to character toys, which is where I discovered these because I wasn't finding them on the internet. And then when I looked specifically for better pictures of these items, the only place that had them, it looked like, was the Hakes website. So yeah, definitely Hakes is a great resource for looking up merchandise and all this kind of stuff. They don't really they keep a record of everything that they do, so it's always there as a resource to look things up. It's very cool. And then there was this item also I wanted to talk about. That they had this item valued at $2,000 to $5,000, and it's just a paper cutout. But where are you going to find another one, right? And I think they based that value because they had auctioned off the bat masks before, and they generally go to around $3,600, $4,000, somewhere in there. So they're estimating $2,000 to $5,000 on this piece. When they actually auctioned it off in 2021, it sold for $25,960. Wow, some serious Batman collectors out there. And then I did find one piece, and these were premiums. These weren't, depending on your definition of merchandise, these were giveaway items, like to the people that went to the theater or whatever, or from the newspaper. So the next item, this is the only piece of Batman merchandise I could find. That's this one, and this is also from this is from the next year, actually, 1944. And there's a similar piece of this for Superman. And it's just transfers. It says the print there says, "It's great sport. Apply these thrilling pictures to your favorite heroes to glass, metal, yes, even to wood. Every colorful transfer is different." So, we're looking at the backside of stickers, basically, but it's the kind of one that would transfer to glass. So if you had like a character glass from back in the days, 30s, 40s, 50s, that's the kind of thing that these probably were. But you could apply them yourself to whatever you wanted. So there's the possibility that there's items out there, glassware or something, that maybe these still exist on. But you got some figures of Batman and Robin and the Joker's in there, the Penguin is in there, and there's even one of Linda Page in there. If you look towards the bottom of that middle section, underneath the Penguin, there is Linda Page. And they have the Bat Plane, the Batmobile, and so forth on there. So, and most of the artwork, I believe, is taken from the comics. These sold for 10 cents. And as far as I can tell, it's the earliest licensed Batman merchandise. So like the premiums, okay, they were just created as premiums. They probably didn't, maybe they had permission, but they didn't probably have to pay anything to do that. It was to advertise the comic strip and the theater. So um, these are actually something that would have been in stores that you could go buy. So and I can't find anything else until basically the 1960s. So I may be wrong, but I haven't been able to find anything else. I'm surprised there's not at least a pin back button, because a lot of those were something that characters were on, back in the 40s and 50s and so forth. But haven't found one of those that's early enough. There's some out there that they're more modern. Somebody just took old art and made a pin back button out of it, and then they're trying to say that it's old. Haven't found anything that looks genuine to me. So so yeah, that's it. That's what I found for Batman merchandise. Don't have too much to say about this chapter of the serial. It's kind of more of the same with Batman getting out of a trap, and it is amusing that the bad guy, through the last few episodes, has thought that there's more than one Batman because they keep thinking they're killing him, and then there's another one. So they think there's like this legion of Batman. That's kind of funny. But yeah, we'll get into today's serial. It's chapter 14, and it's called The Executioner Strikes. So hope you enjoy it. We'll be back next week with the final chapter. See you soon.
More determined than ever to destroy Batman, Daka plans a diabolical new trap. But Batman and Robin do a little hunting of their own.
People don't usually build subterranean passages that come to a dead end.
Sure seems funny.
Get the crowbar from the car and we'll do a little investigating.
Do you still refuse?
Yes.
Proceed, gentlemen. The Batman.
Look out, Batman. They can see you.
Save your breath. He is 50 feet away and on the other side of the wall. I want to preserve this moment of triumph to the utmost. I'll be with you in a moment, Miss Page. Oh, that is enough. Down. Now we will see if he likes this. Oh, I must not keep Miss Page waiting.
crowbar, quick! Very nasty gadget to get caught in. Thanks, Robin.
We better get out of here.
There must be a secret door somewhere in this passage. Let's get our sounding set and test these walls.
Wallace, bring me a zombie headpiece and the microphone. Linda Page, stand up. Walk to me. Stop. Well, I think maybe now Miss Page will cooperate and arrange an interview with Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Good. Then we'll find out if he's another one of those Batmen.
Linda Page, follow me. Now, gentlemen, I will show you how a trap works when I set it. Empty. Impossible. No human being could have escaped from it. The Batman must be a magician or a devil.
Unless someone helped him from the outside.
That kid must have been around. It's been pried open by a jimmy or a crowbar.
I assure you this will be the Batman's last escape. Fortunately, I had the roof mined. We must close this tunnel before the police find it. Linda Page, go up those stairs. The only other entrance to this place is through the Chamber of Horrors. Make certain it is not discovered.
The tunnel's caved in.
Take a week to get through this.
They must have discovered I got out of their trap and afraid I'd find the secret entrance to their hideout.
Well, they won't come in here or out of here again. Anyhow.
No, but they must have another entrance somewhere, and we've got to find it. First thing tomorrow, we'll go to the surveyor's office and study a map of this block. That might give us a lead.
That's the kid that works with the Batman.
Dacker would sure love to get his hands on him.
Let's get back to the car, quick.
They're looking for Batman and Robin. Get down out of sight. Are we driving too fast, officers?
No, I thought you were someone else.
Then we have your permission to continue?
Sure, go ahead. Come on, stupid.
Follow him and don't let him out of your sight.
It'll be a pleasure, sir.
Here's where Batman and Robin give them a little surprise.
Suits me fine.
Oh, Master. I thought I'd killed you.
Not quite, but I appreciate the effort. You all right, Dick?
Sure, I'm all right. What about those two? We're going to present them to Captain Arnold?
No, we'll take him to the Bats cave first and question him ourselves. Alfred, go to the car and get some rope.
Yes, sir.
Robin, get some chairs for our guests.
Bernie, what did they grab you? Shut up, you Stoops.
I'm afraid in spite of Bernie's warning, you'll have to supply me with certain information.
Keep your trap shut.
You'd better ignore your friend Bernie and start talking right now.
Batman, I want you.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
I'm sorry to have been obliged to disturb you, sir. However, I felt the circumstances warranted.
What's wrong?
I just found this note in the mailbox.
Dear Bruce, please come to 37 Pike Street. Don't worry, I'm all right. We'll explain everything when I see you. Linda.
Looks exactly like her handwriting.
Probably is.
Aren't you going to test it for fingerprints?
The man who forced her to write this was too clever to leave any. Robin, we're going to 37 Pike Street.
Looks like a trap.
Of course it is, but we won't get caught in it. Come on out.
I guess we're all set. Let's wait out in the hall. One more go. Last one for Sacco. Huh? Good, huh? All gone.
That was just a little appetizer. The main course will be served when Bruce Wayne gets here.
If he walks into your trap.
He will.
That's the place. You wait here. I'll call you on the Batman radio if I need help.
All right.
Linda!
He's out all right.
Yeah, we'll put him in the box.
You wait here. I'll take the girl back and send a couple of truckmen over for the box.
Well, make it snappy.
All right, boys, unload the new exhibit and put it up on that car. Here.
boys. Close up, Joe.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, boys. Give me a hand with that box.
No, let the zombies do it. One, Brown, bring that box from the cave. Stop where you are. Come on, Brown, throw that box into the pit.
There's Robin battling his way into the spy's hideout. Will Alfred be able to lead the police to the Cave of Horrors before the treacherous Jap can make good his escape, using Linda as a shield? Don't fail to see The Doom of the Rising Sun, Chapter 15 of Batman, at this theater next week.